Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. The Ignition Nebula is a masterpiece of cosmic destruction. It is a cloud of hydrogen and volatile gases that spans 3 star systems. It is beautiful, glowing with deep purples and oranges, but it is a giant bomb waiting for a fuse. If a ship fires a laser, the nebula ignites. If a ship uses an afterburner, the nebula ignites. A single static spark from a bad shield generator can turn an entire sector into a wall of fire. Naturally, this is the most popular place for illegal racing. They call it the Nebula Sprints. The rules are simple. You start at the edge of the cloud and race to the center. No weapons. No high-heat engines. No shields. You win with pure aerodynamics and the ability to read the currents of the gas. If you go too slow, you lose. If you go too fast and create friction, you die. Voss is not a racer. He is a courier. But the man he is looking for, a black market information broker named Vax, only talks to winners. Vax has the location of a pirate fleet that Voss needs to find. To get the intel, Voss has to enter the sprints. Voss sits in the cockpit of the Revenant Star. He has spent the last hour stripping the ship of every unnecessary piece of metal. He has painted the hull with a specialized heat-absorbing gel. The orange data on his visor is steady. He is calm. He is lined up at the starting gate with 6 other ships. These are professional racers, ships made of glass and carbon fiber, built to glide through gas like birds. The Revenant Star looks like a shark among minnows, heavy, gray, and dangerous. The race starts with a silent flash of light. Voss does not slam the throttle. That would be suicide. He uses a series of low-temp compressed gas bursts to push the ship forward. The Revenant Star enters the nebula. The gas is thick. Feels like flying through water. Voss can feel the resistance against the wings. He uses the manual controls, feeling the way the ship reacts to the shifting pressure. He is not using his sensors. They are turned off to prevent an electrical arc. He is flying by the seat of his pants. The other racers are fast. They are lighter and they know the currents. One ship, a bright yellow interceptor, pulls ahead, carving a smooth path through the purple haze. Voss does not try to catch him in the open. He looks for the gravity wells. The nebula is filled with small, dense asteroids that create tiny pockets of high gravity. Voss steers the Revenant Star toward the closest one. He uses the asteroid's pull to slingshot the ship forward, gaining speed without using his engines. It is a dangerous move. If he gets too close, the gravity will pull him into the rock. If he is too far, he gains nothing. The Revenant Star drifts around the asteroid, the wing almost touching the stone. Voss kicks the manual rudder, and the ship shoots forward, passing 2 of the racers in a blur of gray. But someone is cheating. A racer in a black ship pulls up alongside Voss. The black ship has a hidden vent on its tail. It begins to spray a fine mist of metallic dust into the gas behind it. In the high-static environment of the nebula, the dust begins to crackle with blue energy. It is a spark trap. If Voss stays behind the black ship, the static will eventually ignite the gas around him. Voss checks his visor. The friction levels are climbing. The air in the cockpit is getting warm. He cannot stay in the wake of the black ship. He cannot slow down. And he cannot fire his guns to clear the path. Voss makes a decision. He does not go around. He goes up. He pulls the yoke back, forcing the Revenant Star into a steep climb. The ship groans under the pressure. He is fighting the thick gas, trying to reach the thin layer of the nebula where the friction is lower. The black ship follows him. The pilot wants Voss dead. The metallic dust is thick now, glowing with blue sparks. Voss reaches the edge of a massive pocket of vacuum inside the nebula, a bubble of clear space. He waits until the black ship is right on his tail. Voss slams the emergency air brakes. The Revenant Star stops almost instantly, the gas around it buffeting the hull. The black ship, moving at full speed, has no time to react. It flies right past Voss and into the center of the vacuum bubble. Voss fires a single low-power pulse of cold nitrogen from his nose. It is not a weapon. It is just gas. But it hits the trail of metallic dust behind the black ship. The static discharge finally finds a path. The vacuum bubble ignites. The explosion is small, contained within the clear space, but it is enough to send the black ship spinning out of control. The pilot is forced to eject as his engines melt. Voss does not look back. He dives back into the purple gas, using the shockwave of the explosion to give him a final boost of speed. He is a gray streak moving through the fire. He crosses the finish line at the center of the nebula, ahead of the yellow interceptor by less than a second. Vax is waiting for him on a floating platform. The broker is impressed. "You fly like a man who has nothing to lose, Drift," Vax says, handing over a data chip. No one has ever used a vacuum burst like that. Voss takes the chip and walks back to the Revenant star. I was just in a hurry, he says. He does not stay for the trophy. He does not stay for the credits. He has the information he needs. He climbs into his cockpit, resets his visor and prepares for the jump. The Nebula sprints were just a detour. The real hunt is still ahead. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. Speed is a ghost and the hunter is the wind. If you enjoyed this volatile race, hit that like button. Comment below. Would you race in a Nebula if you had the chance? Subscribe for the next delivery, the Iron Shield. The Revenant star is back in the black. The gas is clearing.